Okay, guess what we're gonna do today? We're gonna smoke some ribs. I already removed the membrane.
You remove
The what?
the white thing. Okay.
The membrane, yeah.
Okay.
I usually use some John Henry sugar maple rub. Get it off Amazon. There's a lot of different ways of doing this. A lot of them are right, a lot of them wrong. This is just the way I do it. If you don't like it, you can do it your own way. That's the beauty of barbecue. A lot of different ways you can do everything, and as long as you don't overcook it, it's all good. For me, the only rule I have is you can never put too much rub. The wife may say something different when it gets all over the counter,
Yes.
but that's just my rule. Rules were made to be broken. I usually take the meat out of the freezer or the refrigerator and let it warm up. Sometimes I'll put the rub on and put it in the bag the day before or the night before and let it sit overnight. I don't think there's any real wrong way of doing this. So there you go, nice and easy. Well, I just threw the ribs on. You can see the smoker's doing its thing. I usually run it at 220 for about 5-6 hours. And then I'll check them. Start checking them, seeing if they're falling apart or not. Sometimes I'll cheat and I'll wrap it in foil, save some of the juices. I like the ribs where the bones are falling out of it. Sometimes I'll make a pulled pork taco out of the meat. But you can do whatever you like. That's just how I do it. Okay, let's check on the progress. It's been for about 4 hours. I let it smoke for 2-3 hours. Then I wrap it in foil. And I put some of that Rudy's sissy sauce in there. I'd say that's pretty much cooked. What do you think? Let me wrap this back up. I'll go another hour. Okay, we're all done. This is that Rudy's sissy sauce I was telling you about. We picked this up in Dallas on a road trip last year, and it's lasted almost a year. Good stuff, not too spicy. They have a spicier version. It's a little bit too much for me, but if you go to rudys.com, they probably have some for sale. We got a bunch of juice in here. I like to save the juice. You can use it to dip your meat in. Sometimes the wife will put a little flour in it and thicken it up. It's a little much for me, but it's all good. Like I said before, there's not a lot of wrong ways to do this. Just don't overcook it. Undercook, you can always put it in a little longer. Get my old man glasses on so I can read, see what I'm doing. And I do think it's pretty much cooked. If you can pull the bones out like that, you did something right. I'm gonna save probably half for the wife and the kid. She doesn't like the way I pull the bones out of it. And she won't be back till later, so it'll get cool and harden back up to where the bone will probably stick in. So what's next? I'm thinking I'm going to try and rip this up and see how soft it really is. Instead of a pulled pork shoulder, we got some pulled pork ribs. Do a little taste test. Nice and juicy. Not too greasy. Mission accomplished. Time to eat. Okay, so I microwaved tortilla for about 15 seconds. The wife likes to put it on the stove and burn it a little bit, but whatever floats your boat. I'm not the world's best tortilla wrapper, so don't get twisted at how ugly this thing is. Okay, what the hell, let's make a second one. I may get later. Scratch that. I may get hungry later in a couple hours. It's only 2 o'clock, so we'll call this lunch, and I'll call that dinner. The sauce is always good if you need a little extra salt and grease in your diet. That's all I got for now, kids.